Don't close your heart to how you feel. Dream, and don't be afraid the dream's not real. Close your eyes, pretend it's just the two of us again. Make believe this moment's here to stay. Touch me the way you used to do. I know tonight could be all I'll have with you. From now on, you'll be with someone else instead of me. So tonight, let's fill this memory for the last time. Hold me now, don't cry, don't say a word, just hold me now. And I will know though we're apart, we'll always be together, forever in love. What do you say when words are not enough? Time will be kind once we're apart. And your tears will have no place in your heart. I wish I could say how much I'll miss you when you're gone. How my love for you will go on and on and hold me now. Don't cry, don't say a word, just hold me now and try to understand that I hope at last you found what you've been searching for. And though I won't be there anymore, I will always love you. Don't say a word, just hold me now. And I will know though we're apart, we'll always be together, forever in love. What do you say when words are not enough? What can I say now? My words are not enough.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another Eurovision Watchalong. I realize I'm a bit low here, so hello, welcome back. Happy to see you all tuning in for the Eurovision 1988 Watchalong. A little bit of knock on wood for me here early on, because I was just about to say that this is the first time in an absolute eternity that I'm feeling fresh, I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling very healthy heading into my Watchalong. I have not been sick for a while now. So I'm feeling good, I'm feeling energized, I'm feeling ready to watch one of, if I'm completely honest, a very, very strong Eurovision year in my opinion. Arguably among the very best in the 80s for me personally. A lot of sad boy ballads or whatever you call them, because there are quite a few of those, very good ones in my opinion. And it's just a year with so many things that kind of works for it in a positive way. I feel like the postcards are quite fun this year. The hosts is fantastic. The stage is like a complete improvement, everything as well. So there's a lot of good stuff coming up here. And Famicom disagrees entirely with that, and that's as to be expected. So we're already off to the expected start, and a very positive one for me and a very negative one for Fam. But that's all things as they should be, if you ask me, of course. I've got my headphones ready. Hopefully you're ready as well to get through a very, very strong edition of Eurovision, in my opinion, as I've already mentioned. Don't need to say it again. But a lot of good things happening this year for Eurovision, I think. The stage, as Mark says there in the chat, is fantastic. So many strong vocalists as well. A happy birthday to Peter and Anton, of course, as well. Peter is here, I think, celebrating a certain number of birthdays. I don't know, but don't think Anton is here. But happy birthday to you too, of course. There is also, yeah, of course, should probably mention that just because 1988 is a strong year in my opinion, doesn't mean that everything in 1988 is that great, you know? There is, of course, like some infamous entries, two in particular that I'm thinking about. One of them has a little hee hee or a haha ha, and then there is also yeah, you know which one. You know which one. I'm keeping it a secret for those who don't. But anyway, lots of good stuff coming up tonight. I have to say, pretty long show. This is, I believe, could be the first one that I've edited that ended up becoming more than 3 hours long. That's how long it is. We're not going to watch all of it, but of course, I was reminded by Darren earlier that the two final, like the voting session in real life, was a pretty intriguing one, particularly towards the end. So of course we will watch that part before we get to our voting. We already have 163 viewers before we start the show. Exactly. That is insane. I remember when I made my first ever watch along, and there were 80 voters, I believe, in total, and we were around like 40, 50 viewers, which was pretty cool, you know, back then. It was pretty big for like just a stream on my channel, but you can just kind of tell how things have changed with time. So yes, let's see now. I've got the stream ready. I'm clicking on this little button. Here you can see NOS, I think it says. Nederland. Of course, this Eurovision year is hosted in Ireland. Da, 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 da. Sorry. And in our little universe, Ireland is of course also the reigning champions, or they are the reigning champions, with Mr. Johnny Logan. If you want to know how close the voting was last time, you can check it out on the website. You can also rewatch the voting session. It's on my channel, the previous stream. We had a good time. It was a great time, really, the 1987 watch along. But now, heading into 1988, and as you can tell from the opening alone, this is a way to kick off the show. We've got the moon and a face inside a stone. Because why not? Welcome to Eurovision. Groot, if watch-alongs brought you fame, what are you without it? An almost 30 Swedish dude living alone in a one-studio apartment. That is what I am without it. But life goes forward, and life is good. Life is fun. Life is fine. But it's more fun with all of you in it, of course. Of course. That's the way it is. Ireland is the best country. Well, certainly better than Denmark, so fair enough. I can't believe I just said I read Sókrates hype. Sókrates is an intriguing little song that's going to kick off the year in a bit. Once we finished watching the... Oh, Ryanair! Ryanair spotted! Spot the duct tape! Apologize to our birthday boy Anton for that Denmark slander. No need, because Anton is from West Sweden, so... Ryanair are not in my good books. I mean, they are way ahead of Wizz Air in my books. You're wrong, it's all Norway. Well, what do you know, South Estonian? Oh, it's Johnny! Here's Johnny!
Dream, and don't be afraid, the dream's not real. Close your eyes, pretend it's just the two of us again. Make believe this moment's here to stay. Touch me the way you used to do. Oh, I know tonight could be all I have with you. From now on, you'll be with someone else instead of me. So tonight, let's fill this memory. Now for the last time, hold me now. Don't cry, don't say a word, just hold me now. And I will know though we're apart, we'll always be together, forever love. What do you say when words are not enough? What can I say now? My words are not enough.
We're certainly off and running here. Great opening. Love the little Ireland shots in the opening and then transitioning into Johnny Logan on this gorgeous stage, singing a Eurovision classic flawlessly. It's just well done in the whole like opening part of this year's show. Great editing there as well to just kind of fade into him, both in terms of the music. Volume could be turned up a little. Really? I maxed it out, but I could definitely bump that volume up a little bit. I'll do that. Don't worry. Let me know if I need to up it even more later on when the songs come on. Now, for one of... He's speaking in Irish now, so it's okay that I talk over him. But arguably, one of my favorite hosts is on screen right now. I think this guy is a proper... I don't know what his name is, but he's a proper pro. He, very, like, just straight to the point. Quite professional in every regard. No nonsense, just straight up hosting the way hosting should be done, in my opinion. She's great as well, by the way.
Et comme on dit en Irlande, 4,000 folche, 100,000 bienvenue. Cette année est l'année du millénaire ici à Dublin. Mais c'est aussi l'année européenne du cinéma et de la télévision. Alors, nous voudrions souhaiter la bienvenue à tous nos amis et collègues
almost
du
to the
monde de la
1991
télévision.
Watchalong.
Et la
What a time that
bienvenue
will be,
aussi
huh?
aux chanteurs, aux compositeurs et aux chefs d'orchestre des 21 pays. Ils seront les étoiles de cette soirée exceptionnelle. Alors, à tous, bonne chance.
Oui, à tous, bonne chance.
Bonne chance.
Good evening, everybody, and
Good
welcome
evening.
to Dublin. You all
Thank
know why
you.
we're here. It's because of Johnny Logan's famous double, completed last year, winning the Eurovision Song Contest twice in 1980 and 1987. This Grand Prix has become one of the biggest and most enduring television events right across the world. And tonight, we in RTE are proud to welcome an audience of some 600 million people who will be watching and listening all over Europe, the Middle East, the Soviet Union, even as far away as Australia.
Of course.
And it's especially appropriate
And
that we welcome you to our
Australia.
capital city this year, because Dublin is
What is that
celebrating
mic,
its
though?
1,000th
I haven't
birthday.
actually noticed that,
I've been
but
talking
yeah.
to the Norwegians.
It's
I have to
intriguing.
say they're much better behaved
Looks like,
than
what do
their
you call them, like a
ancestors were
veil?
1,000
Like there's some
years
kind
ago,
of
who sailed up the River
poison
Liffey in
in
their
it?
long boats.
Funny. Funny.
I can assure you they haven't pillaged a single monastery along the way. But who knows if they don't win what'll happen tomorrow morning. Anyway, we've been preparing all week, and I think we're almost ready.
Are we?
Indeed, our 21 entries are just getting ready to perform
Oh yeah,
on the stage
someone
of
withdrew
this
this year.
theatre
Who was it that
created by
withdrew? I think it was
RTE
Cyprus?
at the Simmons Court
Wasn't
Pavilion
it?
of the Royal Dublin Society.
I think Cyprus were the ones to
course, it
withdraw this
hasn't
year.
all
I don't know
been
the
a
reason
hard
actually.
work.
Maybe someone is
We've
more
had
well
lots of
read
fun showing our guests
on
sights
the
in this
topic.
1,000-year-old city,
So let me
which
know.
is called Anna Livia Blotlia are Dublin's fair city. They've been looking at us, but you know, we've also been keeping a friendly eye on
Watchalong
them.
since forever I can follow. Sorry, there haven't been that many watchalongs lately, to be fair. Did we mention that Ryanair exists? Cyprus withdrew. Cyprus selected an entry that was released 2 years too early. Oopsie. We got more Johnny. Det finns andra flygbolag. Yeah, but not in Ireland. Like, I remember this song from the first season watch-along that we had. I don't think I've listened to it since, but it's been an eternity, but it's somewhere back here, you know? Honestly, really nice kind of opening there to just show the artist, show a little bit of Ireland, just fun and games, everyone having a good time. It's always nice to see those kind of clips, I think.
After a night out in Dublin, that's taking it a bit too far. That was, believe it or not, the world's strongest man, and he was brought along by the Icelandic delegation just for security. But I think you can see they've all had a very good time this week.
It's in my top 10 Eurovision years ever, I think.
Also, some of the relaxation.
Could be up
They've
there
all
for me
recovered
too.
well.
No,
and,
maybe
now
not
it's
top
time
10.
to hear their songs.
I'm not sure. I've never made a ranking for that.
Ministers, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, may we present the 33rd Eurovision Song Contest.
What is this song called? I think it's called Parkland by Johnny Logan, the one that was playing there.
Well, the order of appearance in this year's contest was established by a draw late last year, and the honour of starting the competition went to Iceland.
Iceland! Of course, a country who... Okay, wait, I'll just lower the volume a little bit. Even though we all love the Irish music, the postcards are tons of fun this year, by the way, so do keep an eye on this. I love the hats. Love to just kind of embrace the culture. But Iceland are, of course, only on their third Eurovision entry still, in these watch-alongs. Like, 1988 is their third ever entry. They were still kind of getting used to things, but let's be fair, Iceland kind of joined Eurovision and just got straight into things. Like, I'm not naming names, actually I am. But you consider like Malta when they joined Eurovision, they just finished last every year. Iceland got into Eurovision and started, like, they did okay right from the get-go. And I think their song in 86, pretty fine. 87 I think is great. 88, I'll let you make up your mind what you think of Sókrates by Beathoven here. Very cheeky. Everything about this is very cheeky. Let me know what you think.
Sókrates, Saula
That sure is an opener. We're already off with the Lala counter. Yes, I see you, John. Terrific.
Irish welcome for our first act. It's always very difficult to be first, and Iceland did very well. That was Beethoven, not Beethoven. Beethoven is probably rolling over just at the moment. Beethoven there, Stefan Hilmarsson and Sverrir Stormskir, and their song was called Sókrates. Well, we're staying in Northern Europe, but moving slightly south to Sweden. Don't forget, Eurovision in 1974 was the launchpad for ABBA's worldwide success. So representing Sweden this year is Tommy Körberg, and he recently starred in the London West End musical Chess, which, in a nice Eurovision coincidence, was co-written by Benny and Bjorn of ABBA. The song, Stad, ljus, City of Light.
Yes, I kind of don't want to talk like immediately after the songs because I think like the host input after each song is actually kind of interesting because they introduce the next song. So I'll try to keep that a running theme here. Iceland sure is an intriguing listen. And one thing that I've never really been able to understand with it, is it supposed to be a joke or not? I've never understood it. So yeah. Maybe if someone has more insight in it. It's a mood booster in a way, but I don't know. It's either your thing or it's not. Here's Tommy, who you may recognize from Eurovision 1969 with Ljud i min vän, a song I love. Now for a song I may even love a little bit more. All rise for Stad, ljus.
Min resa var mot solen, långt bortom alla slutna rum, där allting är oändligt och alla gränser har för evigt suddats ut. Jag ville se mirakler och höra ord som föder liv. Bli buren av en styrka som bara växer när jag anat mitt motiv. Stad ljus i ett land utan namn. Ge mig där allting föds på nytt. Och så när allt förändras, när tiden inte längre finns, så ser jag oss tillsammans, och då är resan slut, det enda som vi minns. Stad ljus i ett land utan namn. Ge mig liv där allting föds på nytt. Stad ljus i ett land utan namn. Ge mig liv där allting föds på
Arena went mad for that one. Can just imagine every Swede behind their television set back in '88 doing the same thing. Hello, Anders. Kisses to you too.
Anders Berglund, the Swedish song City of Light.
Can't even hear her.
The nicest
Audience
trip
is still
you can make
cheering.
by boat is from Stockholm to the archipelago of 1,000 islands to Finland. And that's where we're going next. The Finnish entry is sung by the group Boulevard, and the song Nauravat, silmät, muistetaan.
That's definitely better than I could pronounce it.
Remember.
Yeah. As many people probably know, Stad, ljus is arguably one of the most famous songs in Sweden. Every Swedish person knows that song by heart. And I think it's absolutely incredible. It's one of my very, very favorites from Sweden. I think most Swedes would put it in, like, at least their top 10 Swedish Eurovision entries. I think so. Just a hunch. Moving from, like, it's a very northern kind of start to the show this year. First it was Iceland, then Sweden, now it's Finland. And Finland is a curious one this year. This is a song that makes me truly, truly happy. I've never seen much, like, excitement about this one, or, like, a lot of people talk about it. Because it's kind of like, you know, you compare it to a lot of the other Finnish songs from the 80s that are massive standouts. But this one has a melody that I just really like, personally. Great flow within it, very upbeat and uplifting. Not the most professional execution, maybe, but a really fun one. Let's see what you make of it.
Avataan korvat kuulemaan, rohkeasti vaan rentoilutaan. Tän turha jännitys pois ja nauretaan. Nauravat silmät muistetaan, ilmeikään vaan huomioidaan. Ihmisten vuorista, vanhoista, nuorista, kaikki on toisinaan yksin. Kaikkien huoli ja ystävyys helpottaa voi. Hauskoja ilmeitä, helliä katseita, uusia tuulia aivan. Katsovat, kuulevat naurussaan riemuja soi. Astutaan ulos kuoresta uuteen maisemaan. Avataan korvat kuulemaan, rohkeasti vaan. Pois ja nauretaan, nauravat silmät muistetaan, ilmeikään vaan huomioidaan. Heitetään turha jännitys pois ja nauretaan. Nauravat silmät muistetaan, ilmeikään vaan huomioidaan. Nauravat silmät muistetaan, ilmeikään vaan huomioidaan.
As I previously mentioned, I think that's really wonderful, actually. The singing's not the best, as you just mentioned, Alipan, but it's just like such a carefree and uplifting song for me. I really connect with it. I enjoy it plenty. Ossi Runne, of course.
Laughing eyes are the ones you remember from Boulevard. We're moving next to our nearest neighbour, the United Kingdom. And in the past, UK entrants have done spectacular things on stage, like going barefoot. Remember Sandy Shaw? And,
We're over
taking
200
off their
viewers
skirts midway through. Remember Bucks Fizz? They do all sorts of things. Anyway, this year's representative
The UK
has
hype.
promised us that he's going to keep all his clothes on right throughout his entire song. His name is Scott Fitzgerald. He's from Glasgow in Scotland, and the song says simply, go.
We have Scott from Scotland. You know, another thing, like I just have to gush a little bit again, but like the way that Pat, I think his name is, like he's so effortless. That's kind of the main thing. It's just every line is just delivered. He's so comfortable. He's just gonna do everything pitch perfect with every line he says. His confidence, fully. And Scott Fitzgerald coming up next is it's a good one coming up, I think. I mean, you can hate it all you want, but this is straight to the point, very direct, beautifully written melody in the next song here, in my opinion. And it's another sad boy. Let's go, Scott!
Never felt like this before. Seeing you again only makes me sad. I recall the times when we were in love and had everything. It makes me so sad. Time is meant to heal the pain I thought was gone. Seeing you again has made it carry on. Go before you break my heart once more. I know that's what you come here for. Go before you say I love you the way you did the day before you walked away from me. Looking back on the times we had, things were beautiful then, but how quick they've changed. One day you were in love with me, then so suddenly he came along. Time is meant to heal the pain I thought was gone. Seeing you again has made it carry on. Yeah. Go before you break my heart once more. I know that's what you come here for. Go before you say I love you the way you did the day before you walked away from me. Just go away. Just leave behind the face another day. Go before you say I love you the way you did the day before you walked away from me. The day before you walked away from me.
Now, if you ask this guy, I think that's spectacular. I really do. Gorgeous melody, highly dramatic, which I like, and vocals that just knock it out of the park. That's a melody. That is a melody.
Conductor
Straight
there was
into here,
Ronnie
and it stays there.
Hazelhurst. The UK entry goal
me,
from
anyway.
Scott Fitzgerald. We're going due east now, all the way over to Turkey for our next song. The group is called MFO, not a
Hey-ya.
musical flying object,
Hey-ya,
but a very
hey-ya.
talented trio. The initials
Wait.
MFO stand for their names, Mashar, Fuat and Uzkan. They represented Turkey before at the Eurovision Song Contest in Sweden in 1985. Let's see how they're going to do second time around
Thank you for the
with their
description,
song,
Tony.
which is called Sufi.
How did you miss the UK? Out of everything you could miss, Lycan, why? Oh, okay. Anyway, you do you. She just mentioned something about MFO here, and she said it stood for musical flying object, but then she actually said what it actually stood for. Was it a joke that it was supposed to stand for musical flying object, but it doesn't? I don't know. But this is Sufi, MFÖ, my dudes. I'm personally more of a did I guy. But these lads, these are just proper lads, you know? This is the gang of good vibes, and I love them for that. Yeah. Türkiye coming up next, and this is song number 5. Like, good start to the show this year, has to be said. Like, I'm a bit on Iceland, but, you know, the rest of these songs here early on, I'm a big fan. And I just love the fact that we have over 200 viewers still. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It's amazing. Sufi from Turkey. Well, like, I think 1988 benefits from having this song in it as well, because it's just tons of fun, and they're such a fun group. I wish they represented Turkey more times, honestly. But we got to. We have to be grateful for that.
Well, next to Spain, and if we're looking for omens this year, we find one in the name of the group, La Década, the decade, because precisely 2 decades ago, in 1968, Spain won the contest, and then they went on to do it again in 1969.
Who thinks he's in the gym? I mean, normally on week evenings at this time, I am.
La chica que yo quiero, made in Spain, or the girl that I love will be made in Spain, and why not?
Why not? Could they finish second, like in Eurovision Again voting? Wait, who finished second in the Eurovision Again voting? Turkey? That's interesting. Oh yeah, Bana Bana is next year, isn't it? Okay, yeah, next up we got Made in Spain, or what's it called? Like La Chica que yo quiero, I think. The girl that I want. And yeah, this is... It sure is Spanish, but I don't know. I've said it many times that I really am a big fan of Spain in Eurovision for the most part. Like, I'm probably more than the average, because I feel like a lot of people aren't really that big fans of Spain in Eurovision. I tend to be one very many years. This year, not for me. Maybe it is for you. Happy vibes anyway.
Cabeza
I just love the little flamenco guitar, like basically 1 second of flamenco guitar in the outro to just, you do know this is Spain, right? it's kind of funny, I think. Tee-hee. A little bit of tee-hee, funny. Now that's a hairdo.
The conductor there was Xavier de Juan. The Spanish entry, The Girl That I Love, is made in Spain. Now, if you've been rehearsing with us all week, there's one song which you would have heard more than others. That's
Really,
Happy Birthday. It was Scott Fitzgerald's birthday on Thursday, and our next singer was 28 yesterday. Representing the Netherlands, his name is Gerard Joling, and his song is entitled Shangri-La.
It's Shangri-La time. Like, there are a lot of good songs early in the running order this year, for me anyway. I didn't realize Netherlands was this early in the running order. What song are we even on? Like 7? And I mean, oh my god, I'm just looking at the running order. I have a feeling like there's so much good stuff in the first half that I'm like, what's even left in the second half? Well, we know 2 of them. But anyway, okay. Netherlands is up next. Shangri-La. This is honestly, this is a banger. Just warning you, in case you don't know Shangri-La, you're about to never forget it, I think, personally. Oh, this is some quality postcard here. It's you! The woman I've been looking for! Why did you steal my sandwiches? Anyway, we got the Netherlands up next. Shangri-La. That's my kind of jam. I think that's a wonderful entry. Fantastic vocals, memorable choruses. Just love that rhythmic distinction throughout the whole track as well. Great.
the Dutch
Arif and
entry
Hoof.
Shangri-La from Gerard Joling. I've been taking advice from our next guest because she did this very job in 1979 when Israel hosted the song contest. She did an absolutely wonderful job then.
Yeah,
but
Israel
her
up
primary
next,
talent
and
is as a singer.
if you
and
want
she's
more good
voted
songs,
again and again as her
don't leave.
country's top female
Don't leave
vocalist. Her name is Yardena Arazi, and her song has a profound ring to it. Ben Adam, Son of Man.
Yep. Here's the Israeli gang. I just love the hat on, like the hat guys there at the back with the shades. Just absolute lads, you know? For sure. We got the rest of the gang coming in here. Oh, well, not their gang, the other gang. We're about to watch an old Western standoff in this postcard, believe it or not. And here are the jazz news. About to shoot you in the face with a trombone. And just casually dancing on the train as you do, why not? Two lads in the hats, of course, just still sitting down. They're too cool to move. Never mind. Minuscule movements. Alright, Israel. Tempo automation! Yes! Just love the finale of that track. It really builds up towards it and then it just delivers. It's kind of like got this hypnotic beat throughout the whole thing as well. I just love that. Great entry from Israel in my book. You're free to disagree. You're also free to agree.
The conductor there was Eldad Shrim. The Israeli entry, Ben Adam. Now, the very first country to host the Eurovision Song Contest in 1956, and I wasn't even born, was Switzerland. And in an extraordinary coincidence, they won their own competition. They almost won again a couple of years later in Norway. And this year's song has the same composer as that entry. The singer who was born in Canada is Céline Dion.
Should have obviously won
and her
in
song is
1986,
called Ne
but
partez pas sans moi.
at least our little universe fixed that. Spoilers in case you have not watched our Eurovision 1986 watch-along. Whoops. Anyway, you may recognize the woman on screen now. Hello, it's me, Schmigol. Oh, it's Celine, actually. Sorry, I can't pronounce names. I'm terribly sorry about that. We got Mademoiselle Dion sitting in one of the... I don't know what these are called in English. I'm terribly sorry. My vocabulary is failing me. But she's looking into a future career. Just kind of, you know, a day in work experience here. Little did she know she wouldn't actually have to work with these things a few years after this. But hey, you never know. Gotta keep your options open, right? Ne partez pas sans moi is the next song here from Switzerland.
Qui cherchez l'étoile, vous qui vivez un rêve, vous, héros de l'espace, au cœur plus grand que la terre, vous, donnez-moi ma chance. Emmènez-moi loin d'ici. Ne partez pas sans moi. Laissez-moi vous suivre. Vous qui volez vers d'autres vies, laissez-moi vivre la plus belle aventure, le plus beau voyage qui mène un jour sur des soleils, sur des planètes. Les nouveaux poètes, vous, les oiseaux magiques, vous allez peut-être trouver de nouvelles musiques. Vous, donnez-moi ma chance. Je veux chanter, moi aussi. Ne partez pas sans moi. Laissez-moi vous suivre. Vous qui volez vers d'autres vies, laissez-moi vivre le bleu de l'infini, la joie d'être libre. Sur des rayons, sur des soleils, sur des chansons, sur des merveilles et dans un ciel d'amour. Le bleu de l'infini, la joie d'être libre. Vous qui volez vers d'autres vies, vous qui volez vers l'autre vie, ne partez pas sans moi.
Pretty good. Huge applause for that one. Not sure if the applause... Okay, maybe it's a little bit louder than it was for Sweden, but I'm still kind of surprised how much the audience seemed to have loved Sweden. But that is, of course, a powerhouse of a performance. Great entry from Switzerland. Of course it is.
And the conductor there was Attila Sereftug, and that was the Swiss entry, song number 9, Ne partez pas sans moi, from Céline Dion.
Yes, indeed.
Now we're going to come home for a few minutes to hear the Irish entrance,
Oh, yeah.
song number 10.
Host entry time.
And as you may know, Ireland has won 3 times, Johnny Logan twice, and Dana won for Ireland in 1970.
Feels weird to
We
hear them
always
say
won with a
Ireland have
solo
only won
singer.
3
Tonight's
times, you know?
entrants are
We're
trying
just
to
so
break
used
with
for
that
the last
particular
30
tradition.
years of them
Jumping
saying
On is a
7.
5-man band who've been on the circuit for a couple of years now, and they were in the process of cutting their very first album when they won the honour of representing their country in this year's contest, so the album has had to be put off for just a little while.
Their song, which was written by one of the band, is called Take Him Home.
Take him home. Céline and ABBA are the biggest names to have won Eurovision. Excuse you, but I think you're forgetting about a certain group called 2XL. How dare you? Anyway, we got what's called Jump the Gun, right? The group next. I think this is a good one. I'm a fan of this, but I'm, you know, it's just so kind of me coded in a way, this way that this song is written and arranged. It's, you know, men in suits with guitars. It's anyway. But yeah, Ireland is up next, and this is kind of like I would say a little bit of an unconventional entry in terms of the way that the orchestration is laid out here. Like, this is much more a song for like a live band than an orchestra, and I think that really shows quite clearly when you listen to it. It's not like the other entries in that way, in like the approach. Let me know what you think of it.
So much to do, so little time. You ask me, can I change the world? And then for everybody's sake, what are the changes I will make? You can't dream on my way. You have the right. There is something we can do. Something we can do. It's so easy. If I light a candle for everybody I know, I could see forever, forever, down that long, long road. So if you meet somebody, it might be someone I know. Brother, if he needs you, take him home. You can look him in the eye and hold out your hand. Tell him you're a brother, and he'll understand. So if you meet somebody, it might be someone I know. Brother, if he needs you, brother, if he needs you, take him home. So if you meet somebody, it might be someone I know. Brother, if he needs you, brother, if he needs you, brother, if he needs you, take him
As I said, really highly unconventional in terms of Eurovision. Just the structure alone kind of throws me off a little bit. But I'm very much a fan of this one, actually. It's a bit authentic to them as a band. Always love a bass player who sings as well. That's quite nice. And what a tie! His tie is just, haha. Lovely. Speaking of lovely, hello Pat.
Was Noel Keelan. I think we'll take you all to West Germany this summer for the European Nations Championship. Great cheer there. Anyway, that was Jump the Gun, Take Him Home. Next to Germany, by coincidence, and what has always been one of the strongest contenders in the song contest. They've been very close on so many occasions, and they finally won it spectacularly in 1982. Remember Nicole in that year?
We do
As a matter of
remember.
fact, she's back this year as a commentator with the German delegation.
Oh.
This year's entry is written by that same strong team of
Sehr
Ralph Siegel
interessant.
and Bernd Meininger. But I think we have a unique act on stage. I've consulted our Eurovision historian, and he tells me that this is the very first time we've had a mother and daughter team appearing. Young Maxi has been playing piano since she was about 9. She's now 13. And her mother, Chris Garton, has been in the music business all her working life. They're singing Lied für einen Freund, Song for a Friend.
It's just really funny to hear like the kind of concept of like, oh, the super team of with Ralph Siegel and what's his name, Bernd something. They're not like, if you look at it with today's eyes, hasn't aged the best perhaps. And this entry sure is kind of an interesting one. Like, I think conceptually this one is much nicer than the kind of listen experience that I have. For me, it needs something more for me. Also, something very unfortunate about this performance is that the mother's microphone, I'm not sure if it's like turned off throughout the whole performance or if it's just parts of it, but it's definitely turned off at a certain part because she's supposed to be singing solo and you hear nothing. You'll see. Anyway, Germany coming up here. There we are. I'm quite fond of the piano line in this song, to be honest. That's a nice little motif. It's very catchy. But overall, the song kind of flows a bit too carefully, maybe. Doesn't really have those sparkly moments to really grab you, I suppose. I don't know.
Now that was Maxi and Chris Garten singing Lied für einen Freund. Just across the German border now into Austria, and the very names of her cities, Vienna and Salzburg, bring music to our ears.
Our artist tonight is not exactly Mozart or Strauss, but an equally multi-talented man, Wilfried Schulz.
Multi-talented man.
I hope he doesn't mind me describing him as the grand old man of popular music in Austria, but
Grand
he's actually
old
done
man.
a lot more
All
than
right.
that, hasn't he, Michelle?
Indeed he has. He's been in the theatre, television, drama, even the movies. He's an accomplished dancer and producer, and he's co-written the song.
He's also
Not
an
quite the lady
accomplished
we all recognize from the Louvre in
meme
Paris.
on our
A
Groove
much
Division
more
server
dangerous
on
femme
Discord.
fatale, I should think. Wilfried sings
Which is
of Lisa,
quite something.
Mona Lisa.
What's coming up next is arguably the greatest thing you are ever about to hear. Like, I'm not saying like for any particular reason. You make up your own mind what the reason is. But this is just cult status in every single way. Lisa Mona Lisa from Austria, 1988. I have a feeling it will do a bit better in our watch-along tonight than it did when we watched season 1. That's all I'm saying. Because I feel like there's a bit of a following for Mr. Wilfred here. If I'm a part of it or not. Only Mr. God knows why, right? Anyway. Spent a nice day out on the horse... What do you call that? I don't know, anyway. Austria! Let's go.
Sie schläft bei Tag und tanzt bei Nacht. Ich höre sie weinen, wenn sie lacht. Und sie lacht immer wieder. Sie sieht bei Nacht, braucht kein Licht. Sie malt sich Märchen ins Gesicht. Und sie lacht mich nieder. Und irgendwann lerne ich dann, sie zu sehen. Irgendwann fang ich an, kann ich hinter ihre Farben sehen. Mona Lisa, Lisa, Mona Lisa. Sie lügt, doch sie belügt mich nicht. Sie trägt ihr Leben im Gesicht und sie lebt. Und nirgendwo ist sie so schwer zu sehen. Irgendwo bin ich froh, manchmal ihre Träume zu verstehen. Lisa, Mona Lisa, Lisa, Mona Lisa, Lisa, Mona Lisa, Lisa. Sie taumelt durch die große Stadt, sucht einen, der ein Lächeln hat für sie. Irgendwie und irgendwie mag ich sie und irgendwie lieb ich sie und irgendwann werde ich sie auch verstehen. Oh, Lisa, oh Mona Lisa, Lisa, Mona Lisa, Lisa, oh Mona Lisa, Lisa, Mona Lisa, oh,
Oh my lord. What a tune. Now that's a chorus, if I've ever heard one. Don't think you could find a more monotone thing unless you put on a sine wave on loop. What's going on with the audio? It's just jumping all over the place. Wait, what country is it next? Oh, of course.
Yes, lots of boiling water, I think, is the standard routine, but I don't think my talents quite extend that far. I hope I'm not called upon to do duty tonight. Is there a doctor in the house? Anyway, Michelle, what's the song called?
The song is called Partez, Be Nice.
Almost.
And who is right?
I think you need to add a bit more potato in your throat when you say the song title. Like, can you see what I say? That's Two Boy! Yeah, anyway. If we go back to Lisa Mona Lisa, I think everyone knows what the song title of that song was. And, yeah, it sure has a chorus. And a chorus. And a chorus. And yeah, I mean, it does make me, you know, there's just like something about the aura of the song that just speaks to me. I find a lot of charm in it for probably the wrong reasons, but still, you know, it's here. And I like the fact that it's, you know, making up numbers in this year. We're moving on to Two Boy with Hot Eyes here. Last time we're gonna see them. Haha! Funny, funny. it's a fun entry from Denmark in my opinion. I'm charmed by it. It's not my favorite from the group. I think their first song, Década, is like head and shoulders above the others, but still, enjoyable one. He's not gonna drop the pillaging jokes, is he?
Next we fly south to where the Aegean and the Mediterranean meet, the sunny climes of Greece, and a singer with an evocative name, Aphrodite Frida. The song too invokes a universal figure whose mask may equally conceal sorrow and joy. The song is entitled Clown.
Ha 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 ha! Oh, what a spectacular entry we're waiting on here. Ha 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 ha! Ah. Okay, let's see what the postcard's all about. We've got an exciting group of Greeks standing around being excited because they're about to say ha 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 several times. Look at us, we're all jumping around because we're children. I can play the accordion. Well, I can jump in a circle. Sit down, kid. Let's go. I'm a clown.
Ένα τσίρκο ξανά πουλά στη νύχτα τη χαρά. Και σαν πρώτη σκηνή ο κλόουν παίζει τη ζωή. Συνεργεία κακό, όλοι εδώ ζουν σε πυρετό.
Ευχαριστούμε πολύ, Ελλάδα, but can you now please leave the stage? I do not remember disliking this as much as I just did. It just never ends, does it? Thank you, Greece. Now let's move on.
Someone who came to Dublin as a backing singer for Norway in 1981.
Norway?
In fact, she's competed 5 times. Anita Skogan.
Yeah?
She's back this year as a composer. The
Wait,
song
Anita
she's
Skogan
written
wrote
is
this?
called For Vår Jord, which they
Interesting.
translated as Child
Always learn
of
something
Earth.
new.
To sing it, an 18-year-old
Wait.
student who will accompany herself on piano, Karoline Krüger.
They translated the title For Vår Jord to Child of Earth. What? That's highly incorrect. Anyway. Oh, you see what's on screen? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Sing it with me. If you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. Anyway, we've got some handcraft clothing going on here. We got donkeys, as you do, and some desolate little landscape. No more rowing. Hello, Karoline. Norway time. Very pretty song, and honestly, the outro of this song is one of my favorite outros I can think of. It's just beautiful how it fades out like that, with only being the piano and the drumming gradually kind of getting softer and softer. It's a very beautiful outro. It's kind of ironic that that's my favorite part of the song, but still.
That was Karoline Krüger and For Vår Jord, Child of Earth. Next to Belgium, who were host to this competition last year, and they'd never won before until
Belgium is a
1986,
curious
so
one.
can
I'm
they do
interested
it so
to hear
soon
what you
again?
hear about this one.
Well, the man with the task is Gerard, who, in spite of a penchant for serious issues in his writing, has given us a very lyrical title. Laissez briller le soleil, let the sun shine,
I would never be able
or
to
to give
pronounce.
it its official title in English, The Sun Could Shine in Your Heart.
Ooh, that's a bit cheesy, I'm not gonna lie, but go for it. Oh, that is a beard. That is an even greater beard. And that is a An acceptable beard. Hairdo is a solid 8 out of 10 though. And honestly, the sports jacket is a 10 out of 10. I'd wear that. I'd wear the hell out of that. Anyway, we got pouring some pints, listening to some Irish music, drinking beer, as you do. Hello. That would be 500 euros, please. Why so expensive? Well, isn't it obvious? You're Belgians! Oh, I'm happy about that. Hee. Lovely. Belgium up next. This is such a curious entry. One, I'm personally very fond of, but I understand if someone isn't. I think this is certainly an entry that requires a certain kind of state of mind to really get into, because I think that is very captivating, but it's also a bit clunky, maybe? I'll delve more into it after they've talked here a little bit, because I think it's an interesting one.
How does the tiny Duchy of Luxembourg do so well in the Eurovision Song Contest?
Oh, it's Luxembourg
They've won
next.
5 times, so it's a lot to live up to. But our singer should be well up to the task. She's a multi-talented performer, having studied dance as well as music. Her name is Lara Fabian, and her song is called Quiero, which in English they like to translate as trust.
Anyway, above Belgium, as Luxembourg gets introduced here in the cheeky postcard, there's a lovely little ruins there. No, but Belgium is like so divisive in a way, because it's so so different from every other entry really in Eurovision. It's just completely reliant on this kind of atmospheric touch that it's really using. It's kind of haunting in many ways, and then the vocals just being very direct and kind of what do you call it, like uncompromising. Like they're just going for it, and they don't really care about the overall mood or flow of the track. It's just sudden bursts of distinct inputs from, like, when you've got this instrumental section and the backing guy just starts shouting at the top of his lungs, piercing through everything. It's such a curious listen in many ways. Anyway, Luxembourg, quiero. Yes. Quite wonderful, really. It packs a punch. I gotta say, it packs a punch. Beautiful vocal performance, really. She's phenomenal. The song doesn't really like make a lot of noise on its own, but it's like all about that vocal just carrying the whole thing forward. Oh, lovely. Doesn't feel like 3 minutes either for me. It always feels quite short. That song feels like it should be longer.
Wonderful voices, wonderful names. Representing Italy is Luca Barbarossa.
Mr. Barbarossa hype.
In his country. His song is called Ti scrivo, I'm writing to you.
Yes. This is, you know, for being an Italian Eurovision entry, this is always one of these that I'm just, I don't know, this is one of the ones that I never really think of immediately. I know that it's a part of Italy's catalog in Eurovision, but it doesn't really have this kind of memorable hook moment to it. Am I spoiling the song now? Maybe? But it has some pretty cool guitar work, I'm just saying. And you know, we got cigarettes too, which is... yes. What is this sport called? What, anyone know? I'm trying to learn and invest myself in Irish culture. So let me know what this sport is called. He won some money, good for him. He's not gonna win the contest, but at least he got some money. Italy!
Scusa se ti scrivo, ma sai con le parole sempre si riesce a dire quello che si vuole. Sarà per timidezza, per paura di sentire troppo chiaramente quello che ci fa soffrire. un motivo per continuare a vivere, vivere. Scusa se ti scrivo, sai non c'è poesia a dire che ti amo sulla tua segreteria. Sarò rimasto indietro, ma quello che ho nel cuore non voglio che su un nastro si possa cancellare. Scusa se ti scrivo, ma dimmi cosa mi rimane. Parlare dei ricordi e giocare col tuo nome scritto sopra un muro senza neanche un buon motivo. È soltanto che a gridarlo mi fa sentire vivo, vivo, vivo. Anche senza te troverò un motivo per continuare a vivere, vivere, vivere.
Always quite curious with the fade out of that song. It really feels like it's starting to kick into gear there, but then just, you know, ends by fading out, which is curious. I don't know, like the Italian song, it needs like to really kick into gear at some point, I think. Also some like kind of hilarious fake guitar playing in the song. He's overdoing it so much, but the guitar arrangement is cool in the song for sure. But you don't need to be so extreme in the point. I'm telling him 30 years after the show happened. Anyway, almost 40. She's just trying to impress all of the Italian viewers, so...
Italian television, for those
Yes.
who didn't understand.
Oh, actually, sorry for speaking of it above that. This is kind of a funny gag from Pat.
That was Michelle looking for a job on Italian television, for those who didn't
I
understand.
like that. Ja, men skratta då för fan! Anyway. Anyway,
Italy,
indeed.
we're moving to their Mediterranean neighbour, France, another country with a good record of wins in the song contest.
France next, actually.
Tonight, France is represented by a man who is very well known throughout his country. His name is Gerard Lenormand. I'm told he's passionate, romantic, and if we're to believe the words
Why are
of the
we
song,
cheering?
very, very charming. It's called Chanteur de Charme.
Allora, yes, indeed. So, oh my god, those shades, that hair, this lad is a lad. Irish fairies, okay. Oh, that's a fun cake. He seems to be such a fun guy, honestly, I really like him. He seems to be a fun time. Anyway, about France here, I know, like, not a lot of people talk about this one, but I think this is pretty damn great, honestly. It's a ballad, but it has a proper, like, constant energy throughout the whole song. I think that's actually kind of overlooked within this one. I think it's very enjoyable. Let me know what you make of it, because I'm a fan, personally. And look, oh, what a man. What a lad. France. Here we go.
Besoin d'entendre des chansons tendres, des colliers, des mots qui dansent sur du papier. Besoin de croire toutes ces histoires de trois fois rien qui riment mal, qui font du bien. Rien n'a jamais empêché qu'on les mette en musique. Ces sentiments légers, rabâchés, romantiques, chanteurs de charme. chemin d'automne, passion d'été, couleur du temps, soleil d'hiver, pluie de printemps, l'histoire des hommes, les rois, les fous, les conquérants, chercher la belle au bois dormant. Tiens, des pianos clairs de lune qui se baladent en prose, et mon cœur à la une qui bêtement se propose, le chanteur de charme, c'est beau, c'est grand, c'est merveilleux, le chanteur de charme, mais qui fait s'aimer les amoureux dans le vacarme de nos cités. Je rêve un peu, chanteur de charme, chanteur de charme.
A little syncopations at the end, why not? As I mentioned before, I really like the way that the song just maintains its energy. I think that's kind of an overlooked quality within it, because it never really lets up, and then just so naturally flows into those choruses every time. That is satisfactory for me. And great vocals, really great vocals. Oh, she's trying to get a job in French television as well. Portugal next, penultimate entry, and then it's Yugoslavia after Portugal, yes. Oh yeah, it's Dora again.
Dora.
Everybody say, ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien! Swiper, no swiping. Anyway, okay, that's enough of that. I'm being immature. I'm terribly sorry. I'm actually not very sorry, but still. We got Portugal coming up next. Dora doing poses behind a harp, as you do. Yes. Look at me. I don't know what she's doing, but why not? Hello! It's me! Lovely. How beautiful. Kind of wonder what like the direction behind some of these postcards is. Now hold the pot and look very thoughtful. I don't know. Portugal anyway. Voltare. that was Voltare. A very, what do you call it? A very expressive entry, like one that definitely doesn't hold back throughout its whole runtime, especially vocally, and the brass as well,
that
for
was
sure.
the Portuguese entry, I Will Return, Voltarai.
I will
Well,
return.
we're almost
well,
there.
she didn't actually return
The
again.
21st of 21
How
songs
ironic.
comes next, and it comes from Yugoslavia.
Should have been
I must say, my
Voltarai in
heart
past
goes out to
tense,
the
because she
Yugoslavian
returned.
delegation. They've had to sit
Or
through
in
every other
present
act.
tense.
It's difficult to be first, but I think it's equally
Anyway.
difficult to come last, because they've nerves growing and growing all the time. But they've sent to Dublin their country's most famous rock band, Silver Wings, and they've been in
really?
the domestic charts
We
since
need Ellen Dill to
1979.
confirm
The
this.
song's entitled
Is Silver
Mango
Wings the
or
most
Rascal?
famous rock band in Yugoslavia at the time? I actually haven't seen... Ellen Dill is not here, is he? But Sanel, I've seen you before. Maybe you know. Maybe I'm actually mispronouncing your name. Sanel? Sanel? You can probably confirm or deny that. Or someone else who's from, you know, former Yugoslavian countries. Is Silver Wings the most famous rock band in Yugoslavia in the 80s? Or is Pat simply a liar? Anyway, we got Mangup coming up next. This is like such a Yugoslavia entry from the 80s. Like, so many of them sounded a bit similar. And they're all pretty damn great. Which is unfortunate for Mangup, because it kind of means that, you know, it pales a bit in comparison for me next to, like, 87, 90, even 89, I would say. But still, this is a fun one. Mangup, last song of the evening.
Danima, ty slijedím stadem sve od tebi. Prođeš pored mene, pogledom me ne bi. A ja bi dala sve, sve moje godine, da me dirneš jednom, zagrliš na tren. A ti si mangup, veliki mangup, nećeš dete kao ja. Ti si mangup, veliki mangup, nećeš dete kao ja. Eva si mangup, veliki mangup, ne želiš dete kao ja. Jer ti si mangup, veliki mangup, i nećeš dete kao ja. Danima te pratim, ispred tebe stojim. Prolaziš kroz mene ko da ne postojim. A ja bi dala sve, sve moje godine, da me dirneš jednom, zagrliš na tren. A ti si mangup, veliki mangup, i nećeš dete kao ja. Ti si mangup, veliki mangup, i nećeš dete kao ja. Eva si mangup, veliki mangup, ne želiš dete kao ja. Jer ti si mangup, veliki mangup, i nećeš dete kao ja. Eva si mangup, veliki mangup, i nećeš dete kao ja.
It's a very fitting song to end the show with, I think. Got a bit repetitive towards the end, but still a fun, upbeat entry with fun choreography. I appreciate that. Now, hello again, Pat.
There was Dr. Nico Calogero.
And as Pat says that, just mentioning our conductor, I just got a notification on my Discord that Darren has opened the voting. So now, make sure you get your votes in. The link is actually in the chat there. You have 23 minutes to get your votes in, so plenty of time. No excuses if you can't make it in time, because 23 minutes is a lot of time. The link is also on the Discord server. If you're not already on the Discord server, you can join it. Link is in the description under the stream. So yeah, please join it if you want to. You can also vote via the link that Darren just posted in the YouTube chat. Actually, I should probably try and pin that comment, because I don't think Darren can pin it himself, even though he's a moderator. So maybe I have to do it. Let me... Oh, sorry, this is taking a bit of time here. But we're going to check out the recap, and then we're going to check out the interval act. We have over 200 viewers. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Just pinned the voting link there. So make sure you get your votes in. Hopefully we get plenty of people to take part in the voting today. And yeah, we're going to take a look at the recap, and then some intervals. We're going to check out the very ending of the real-life voting as well, because it's intriguing and interesting. And yeah, then we'll go through our voting. Have a good one, Queenie Qantas. Traveling tomorrow. Where to? You piqued my interest. I'm a traveler myself, as most of you probably already know. I'm away half of the year, really. So do let me know where you're heading off to, unless you've already left. In the meantime, recap time! Made by Ming, as always, which I appreciate. Thank you kindly. And yeah, if you haven't made up your mind yet, this is for you. Get your notes out and prepare your votes. I'll shut up now, sorry.
take him home.
Wie dieses Lied für einen Freund, ein Lied wie du. So wie du lebst, so wie du träumst.
Zu verstehen, Lisa, Mona Lisa, Lisa, Mona Lisa, Lisa, Mona Lisa, Lisa, Mona Lisa.
Immer glow, 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 immer glow. Ha 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 ha!
Lancé dans l'univers où si nos folies meurtrières pouvaient enfin se taire, laissez briller le soleil, voilà le soleil, laissez briller le soleil.
Croire encore à l'espoir de tes frères. Croire à la couleur de ta peau. Croire marchera plus au pas.
Amare dei ricordi e giocare col tuo nome scritto sopra un muro senza neanche un buon motivo, è soltanto che a gridarlo mi fa sentire vivo, vivo, vivo. Le vacarme de nos cités, je rêve un peu, chanteur de charme, chanteur de charme.
We mentioned earlier in the program this was a week of birthdays. It certainly was.
Birthday
with
week.
Scott
Yes,
Fitzgerald.
pause. Thank you, Pat. That was indeed the recap. Make sure you get your votes in. As we move on with the show, I need to get a refill. because hydration is important. In case you haven't drunk your water or you're hydrated today, this is your reminder to do so, because it's very, very important. We'll keep watching the show in just 10 seconds. I just have to run and get myself a little drink. So 10 seconds, that's all I ask of you. Thank you. I didn't actually run, that was a lie. But anyway, how would Groot look like in this year's voting results? Wearing a Céline Dion dress or as Mona Lisa? I have no idea why I would dress up as either of those things, but thanks for putting ideas in my head. I will not use them. And I will not be dressed as a clown. Oh, well, I kind of am already. Anyway, yes, make sure you get your votes in. You still have 11 minutes. We'll keep watching the show in the meantime.
At Joling. And Lydia Asanovic, the lead singer there, is going to celebrate her birthday in just 2 hours.
Oh, he's still talking about
time.
Yugoslavia.
So win, lose, or draw, she'll be having a party later on. Well, there you have it. 21 songs from 21 countries. We've had over 100 artists here with us this week, over 100 artists on that stage.
Really?
And those providing the backing, the string sounds, the good orchestral sounds, are sitting over there, led by Alan Smale and under the baton of Noel Keelan. May we remind you of the presence of the RTE Concert Orchestra. Well, the last song from Yugoslavia was the last song in the competition, but not the last song in our show.
Ooh.
The music industry is a very important one that provides joy, but also jobs for many people. It's especially attractive to young people, reflecting as it does their energy, their talent, their integrity. Music is also a common language.
Are we gonna hear?
No frontiers.
What's it song?
So
What's it called?
Crank
That Soldier Boy?
To show us their Europe, a Europe
for young people, he said.
When most of the frontiers
a Europe post 1992.
Over the next few minutes, our cameras take us to show us their Europe, a Europe post 1992, when most of the frontiers now dividing us will vanish.
That's very specific. Wait. This is educational for me. Did people know in 1988 that in 1992, like, Germany would be, united and Yugoslavia would be split and the Soviet Union would be split? Was that, like, known in 1988? Because he was like, post 1992. I had no idea. I'm learning things. That's interesting.
To the toe of Europe.
Huh.
This video was produced with the assistance of the European Commission and has been shot throughout the community, as well as in other European countries. So, join us now as we move from Bergen in Norway, through Odense, Amsterdam, Brussels, Paris, Heidelberg, Zurich, Lisbon, Valencia, all the way down to Taormina in Sicily, not forgetting a quick stop off in Dublin for a sandwich. To start us off on our journey, Lima Mweli, lead singer, with the Hot House Flowers.
That's certainly a name for your band. All right, interval act time. Singer.
Don aige sé hí seo scríos do éimen. Bhí litir site óspedéal fadas a bhí dá teachtar ghilóga is an green taineh. I wrote this song for a friend called Eamon, who was in hospital while the spring was approaching. It's a song of celebration of spring and celebration of people. Celebration of unity, how people can be united by pure, simple music. It's called Don't Go.
fresh cut grass and it's filling up my senses, and the sun is shining down on the blossoms in the avenue. There's a buzzing fly hanging around the bluebells and the daisies. There's a lot more love in you left in this world. Don't go, don't leave me out now. While the sun smiles, stick around, laugh away, yeah. And I'll lie warm on the soft sandy beaches, and my toes are submerged in the water, and it feels good. The children playing, building castles on the shoreline, like a painting that we loved alone. It feels so fine. Don't go, don't leave me there now. While the sun smiles, stick around, laugh away, yeah. White horses and they're coming at me at a pace now. There's a blue Sirocco blowing warm into my face, and the sun is sparkling on the underside of the bridges, and the cars going by with smiles in the windows. There's a black cat lying in the shadow of a gate post, and the black cat keeps telling me the look is on its way. There's a black cat lying in the shadow of a gate post, and the black cat tells me the look is on its way. Don't go, don't leave now. While the sun smiles, stick around, laugh away, yeah. Stick around, laugh away.
sun smile. Stick around, laugh a while. Don't go. Don't leave me now, now, now. While the sun smiles. Stick around, laugh a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hottest property in the business, the hothouse flowers.
You know what? I haven't thought about that song since the season 1 Watchalong. I haven't listened to it since then, but I remember loving it back then, and I loved it now again. One thing... What's happened with her hair? I was like in the middle of my own thoughts, and then I just see this. The dress is like attention grabbing as well, but she's gone through a complete, switcheroo. Anyway, the song did drag a bit towards the end there. Like, it was a very extended cut, I imagine, but still, I really liked it. So yeah. Anyway. The voting is closing any second now, and I feel like I'm about to sneeze, so we'll see if I actually end up doing that. I will keep talking until I sneeze, or until I have nothing else to say. We're going to move ahead to the real-life voting session for only the 2 last sets of votes, because it was quite an intriguing voting sequence in real life. In case you don't know the actual results of them now, I suppose you're gonna get spoiled. If you don't want to be spoiled by them and you want to check them at a later time, you can do so. So yeah, just turn off the stream for the next 5 minutes, I guess, while we take a look at the real-life voting.
Jury as well.
Wait, was that Mr. Neff? Mr. Neff? Anyway. Oh, it's nice with the graphics that they have a phone there, so I know what country is voting. I'm gonna move all the way down to Portugal. Wait, is Belgium on 0 points?
Norway, 4 points.
I didn't even know they were. Okay.
33 points.
So, this is what the top 5 looked like, with 2 countries left to vote. Kinda looks like the UK was about to win, doesn't it? Yugoslavia were 3rd. I didn't even remember Yugoslavia did so well this year. Heh. Scott is nervous. Oh my, you can almost see him shaking.
24.
But maybe not.
And a minimum
He seems
possible
happy
for
though.
Scott.
Hello!
Zero from the
Mom!
next,
I'm
two
on
juries.
TV!
It is still
And I
ultimately
finished
between
my
those 2
cucumber
countries. So I think
sandwich.
we should go
Be proud of
for an
me,
ultimate jury.
please.
Getting very exciting, Pat, isn't it?
Thunder and lightning,
is,
it's
actually.
getting exciting.
I've been
Lights
excited
up
all
the
night.
skyline.
Well, as Pat said, we go to our second last jury, which is the Portuguese jury.
Portugal.
Good evening, Lisbon. May we have your votes,
Good
please?
evening.
And good evening to you, Dublin. This is Lisbon calling, and here are the results of the Portuguese jury.
Thank you.
France, 1 point.
France, 1 point.
Le France, un point.
Germany,
The voting
2
sessions
points.
back in the day,
Germany,
so long.
2 points. L'Allemagne, 2 points.
Actually kind of interesting
Kingdom,
to...
3 points.
United Kingdom, 3 points. Royaume-Uni, 3 points.
Luxembourg, 4 points.
Luxembourg,
Actually kind of
4
interesting to look
points.
back. Like, I don't know the
Luxembourg,
results in my head
4
this
points.
year. Finland a bit...
Ireland, 5
Did
points.
Finland really finish
Ireland,
second to
5
last?
points. Irlande, 5 points.
Denmark,
Ireland did well,
6
yeah.
points.
Denmark did well this year, yep,
6
absolutely.
Points. Denmark, 6
It's gonna be interesting as well, like comparing this to our
Norway,
voting, of course.
7 points.
Norway.
Norway, 7
Norway doing well
points.
too.
Norvège,
Where did they finish? Like
7 points.
6th, 7th?
Iceland, 8 points.
Iceland.
Iceland, 8 points. Iceland, 8 points.
Portugal, are you okay?
Israel, 10 points.
Israel, 10 points.
Good song.
Israel,
Very good song.
10 points.
And Switzerland,
Getting
Switzerland,
spicy.
12 points. La Suisse, 12 points.
How
this
exciting.
completes the voting of the Portuguese jury. Goodbye,
Good night
Dublin.
and greetings from Dublin.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sekhmet, that Finland were underrated
I
almost
have to
every
tell
single
you
year.
that,
Agreed. I
we
just didn't
employed
think they were going to
Agatha
finish
Christie
second to
write
last.
The script for tonight.
Oh, Pat is
We
just
have a very close
freestyling all of
situation.
these
I'm not sure if
tee-hee
we can have a
jokes.
quick look at the top 5 again, but there's 5 points in it, I can tell you, between the United Kingdom and Switzerland. So
Indeed
can
there are.
Scott Fitzgerald hang on by the skin of his teeth, or will Céline Dion
And
catch
she's
up?
just-
She's only got to make up 5, so it's all to play
Oh.
for.
They're
Everything
a fun
depends on
pair.
Yugoslavia.
I like them as
And we're
lot.
going
I like
now
them a
to
lot.
Ljubljana
But great
to get
hosts.
the final vote this evening. Good evening, Yugoslavia. Good evening,
like,
Ljubljana.
Honestly, the whole show just runs by so smoothly this year.
Here are the results of the
It's up to Yugoslavia to do their thing.
Israel, 1 point.
Israel, 1 point. Israel, 1 point.
To make sure they didn't overtake Yugoslavia
2
there.
points.
Ireland, 2 points.
Good song.
Irlande, 2 points.
Good song.
Luxembourg, 3 points.
Luxembourg,
Also very good song.
3
In my
points.
opinion, should definitely have finished
Luxembourg,
above Denmark,
3
though.
points.
Come on.
Spain, 4 points.
Spain,
Spain
4
finishing
points.
above
Espagne,
Sweden. I'm not
4
really sure
points.
what I think of that, personally.
Italy, 5 points.
Italy tying
5
with Sweden
points.
and France there.
Italy, 5
Did
points.
all three of those tie?
Switzerland, 6 points.
There we are.
Switzerland, 6 points. Swiss, 6 points.
So all Yugoslavia had to do
7
was
points.
vote for the UK.
Netherlands, 7
Celine
points.
looks defeated.
Pays-Bas,
She looks like
7
she's
points.
lost. She's sure she lost.
8 points.
Germany, 8 points.
And the UK are not getting any points.
8 points.
Norway,
The
10
UK are
points.
still not getting any points.
Norway,
Well,
10
Norway
points.
overtook both Yugoslavia and Israel
Norvège,
there.
10
Kudos to
points.
them.
And finally, France.
Madness! Madness! That is insane. That is so insane. Like what an ending to the show. Yugoslavia just blanked the UK entirely. And the crowd goes wild, indeed they do. Through goes Switzerland! Oh, would have wanted Terry Wogan's commentary in that moment. Is that possible to find somewhere?
1 moment, please. We
One
must,
moment, one
for the sake of
moment.
The legality of the thing, complete the count with the Ljubljana jury. So can we have your final vote? 12 points for whom?
France,
We all heard
12
France.
points.
France, 12 points.
We've never
France,
forgiven
12
Yugoslavia.
points.
Okay, there we are. Now it's done.
And that completes the points of the Yugoslav jury. Have a good time, Dublin.
Have a good time
Yugoslavia,
indeed.
Thank you very much indeed, Ljubljana, and a very good night.
Always love
Well, I
Ljubljana.
just want to call up the top 5
Aw.
again, and you see how close it was.
Where's the top 5?
We're just
There we
looking
are.
at the top 5 now.
Those were the top 5 results from real life. And as we finish on that screen, will those be our top 5 as well? Those would be, if we did like a, this is actually, okay, there are some, like, I'm not going to do this, but if one day, you know, someone would want to do like a best of voting session for real life results of Eurovision, these 5 would be the ones making it to the 1985-89 best of final in that universe. However, we don't care about that. We're gonna pick our own 5. Maybe it's gonna be the same songs as there, maybe not. Either way, we're going to listen to what Mr. Smith has to tell us first.
Good evening, Groot. I can confirm that we have a result for Grootyvision 1988. This is the 101st Eurovision Watchalong since I took over for 1992 Season 1. And tonight we had the 20,000th set of votes cast in those 101 Watchalongs.
20,000.
And it was actually Schlager Lucas who cast the 20,000th set, so congratulations to him. Tonight, 299 people have voted, which is just one away from our record. We've had 18 new voters. They came from the following countries: 2 from Belgium, 1 from Cyprus, 1 from Germany, 1 from Estonia, 1 from Spain, 2 from France, 2 from Greece, 1 from Ireland, 1 from Poland, 1 from Sweden, 1 from East Timor, not really from East Timor,
No.
2 from the United Kingdom, 1 from Wales, and 1 more that didn't give any flag. We also had, bear with me,
Will do,
we also
Darren.
had 219 people leave -3 points, the results of which will be announced after the watch along, and we've had 119 predictions. So now it's time to go Grooty.
Don't mind if I do. 299 voters, one off the record. We had 300 once, and that is just mad. And 299 people voting tonight, which is incredible. Like, we can't really... Well, you can always complain about the results, but we can't really say that it's not going to be accurate from what this whole community altogether prefers, because 299 people have all had their say. And it's going to be quite interesting. Like, imagine if it's very, very close at the top again. It's always interesting how so many votes can go together, and then we still end up with a result that's very, very close. So let me move to the little voting screen here. Let me make sure everything is selected correctly. It should work like that. There we are. Eurovision Song Contest, Dublin, 1988. Personally, I really like the logo this year. It's simple, but it's just nice. I like it. And as you can see up there, 299 people voted. We have 100 people making up the jury, and then 199 people making up the televote, which is mad. It's absolutely mad. So there are a lot of points to give out. We'll just get right to it. And welcome, of course, to our 18 new voters. Tonight's voting session starts off with Matt Adams from Poland. And these are Matt's first points. The 8 points going to Norway. The 10 points going to Netherlands. And tonight's first 12 points go to Switzerland. Céline off to the lead right away in our voting here. Ellen has found Terry's commentary for Yugoslavia's votes there. That could be interesting to look at later. But now all my focus is on not the Andorran jury. We definitely have a lot of those. The UK getting 10 points here. And the Netherlands getting 12. The first 12 to the Netherlands there, putting them up in the lead. Jury number 3 is Spoody. And Spoody votes for these songs. We've got an 8-pointer for the UK there. 10 points for Turkey, going up to third there, and a 12 to Luxembourg, also going up to third. We have a tie up there. We have 211 people watching the voting session, which is absolute insanity. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is mad. We've got huge viewing numbers today, which is incredible. Wagikarp is the next voter. We got 10 points for Sweden there, and the 12 going to Switzerland. So we have Netherlands on 32, Switzerland and the UK glued together just like in real life, and then Luxembourg and Turkey up in the top 5 as well. Felipe voting next here. These are the lower points. We've got 8 points to the UK there. 10 for Luxembourg. Look how close it is up there, huh? And a 12 for Switzerland. Okay. After 5 jury votes, we have a 4-horse race. This is my first time watching. How long will it last? A while. Not too long. I think it's quicker than a real life voting session. Maybe. I'm not sure. Because not every voter says like, thank you for an amazing show. Sorry, Yafil just gave 12 points to Switzerland. Anyway. I can make an impression of a real life voting. And now we turn to John Wayne and Mark Twain and you and Grooty. Hello everybody, thank you for an amazing show. We don't want to say our points yet because I want to sing. 12 points go to na 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 Sókrates. Sorry, I'm pissing everyone off now. I'm terribly sorry. I'll calm down. LA Boy 456, jury number 8. 8 points to Switzerland, 10 points to Israel, and the 12 going to the Netherlands. Shangri-La. And I obviously, since I was trying to do a hee before, I didn't put emphasis enough on the fact that Iceland got a 12 point, and that was their first point. So congratulations to Beethoven. We got Tibor voting here next. Turkey with 10 points, and the 12 going to Belgium. Nice one. Kind of an exquisite pick there, if you ask me. Yeah, please never do that again. Noted. All right. Cats 12 go to a masterpiece, but the UK only got 6. So let's see what that is then. 10 points to Turkey, and the 12. Lisa, Mona Lisa. The masterpiece indeed. Thank you very much, Cat. Wonderful. No -3 from Tony Johansson today. I like them all. All of them, really. Lovely. 12 points to Sweden. I approve. We've got to stand up for the national anthem. Jury number 12. Dorit is just Dorit. Voted 200 times in total. Look at that. 200. Spot on. Nice one, Dorit. We got 10 points for Israel there. And the 12 going the way of Switzerland, who are leading quite a bit now. Quite a bit now. Could be fun to, but I do have some early work tomorrow. I'll try to stick around because it's my first time. Not that 88 is worth it. Whatever you feel like, Sekhmet, it's lovely to have you here. But if you need to go, you need to go. Victor here gives a 12-pointer for Italy, who actually were down in last place. I think that's maybe a bit extreme, but they got a 12 there from Victor, so no longer in last. M72 is the next to vote. And we have 8 points to Switzerland there. Putting quite a gap up there at the top. Switzerland is doing well. 10 points to the UK and the 12 to Netherlands. Lovely to see Shangri-La getting some love here. Could it get a top 5 finish here? Looks like it at the moment. Joe, parentheses, made in Yugoslavia, which is, you know, great name. 1 point to Spain there for the reference. We've got a 10 for Switzerland and a 12 for Luxembourg. Nice one. Nice one. Turkey and Sweden currently very close to each other there for that spot in the top 5. Remember, of course, getting into the top 5 is kind of crucial because then you get a spot in the best of final that you want to be in. We want the best possible best of final, of course. Kitty MUFC gave more points to Turkey there, putting them up in the top 5 again, and Switzerland with another 12. So Switzerland is looking good at the moment, but we still have many votes to go. Pad from Sweden is next to vote. I'm expecting some points to Sweden, and there they are. 8 points to Sweden. A 10 for Belgium. Nice one. And a 12 for Norway. Also nice one. Moving up to 7th place there. Denmark second bottom. Oh yeah, that's a bit surprising actually. I mean, considering they finished 3rd in real life. Yeah, I'd put them higher than that. I don't know what... Okay, Megan's hair agrees. Gives 8 points to Denmark there. 10 for Israel and a 12 for Switzerland. I have a personal... which years are the best of final? 85 to 89. Yep, spot on. I have a personal, very clear bottom 2 this year that I think should definitely finish bottom 2, but some people vote for them, and you're entitled to do so. Andy Eurobliss here with 10 points to Turkey and a 12 for Switzerland. It's looking good for Switzerland at the moment. They're running away with it. We'll see if they'll keep up. Zimena from Norway is the 20th juror. And these are the first points there. Germany up in the double digits now as well, so everyone has reached that threshold. 10 points to Italy and the 12 to Yugoslavia, going up to 9th place, that must be. Yeah, there are 11 songs on the left side. I'm doing quick math in my head here. Next up is Addie Starr, also from Norway. Oh, sorry, West Sweden. I'm terribly sorry. We got a 10-pointer for Turkey there, up in the hundreds. Turkey are doing well, better than I expected, I have to say. And Switzerland with a 12 there. I thought Turkey would be left side for sure, but up in the top 5, I did not expect that. Ahead of the UK as well. But I do like that little gang of dudes. But Did I Die didn't get top 5, did it? Does anyone remember? Lisa Morolis, great name. No points for Austria there though. Sweden getting the 12. 6 isn't bad, but I still expected more for Sweden. Come on, it's great. I mean, there are many people left to vote. It's not done yet. We got Colin RW, first time in the jury here. Welcome, Colin, from Scotland. Scott from Scotland getting 7 points as well. Made in Spain up to the top half. And Switzerland running even further ahead at the top. Switzerland, Netherlands, Turkey is a dream top 3. Well, Luxembourg's up there now. I like all of the songs here at the top. I can't complain too much about the voting so far, I gotta say. There's nothing absurd towards the top. Vitali here, 10 points to the UK. Another 12 for Switzerland. MFO did not get top 5 before, they were 6, yeah. I mean, personally, I think Did I Die is better. So that's their song that I would have wanted in a best of final, but if Sufi gets there, I wouldn't mind it. I love them. I love seeing them. Andy, of course, gives 10 points to Lisa Mona Lisa. Evil indeed, Andy. Evil indeed. 12 points to the UK, though. That's not a common occurrence. Andy giving 12 points to the UK. It's gotta happen at some point. Sekhmet Morgan, first time voter. Welcome, of course, Sekhmet. I probably mispronounced your name, so if you want to add a pronunciation guide, do so. 10 points to Turkey, and the 12 going to the Netherlands. 1 point behind the UK. Luxembourg only 3 further ahead. Feel kind of weird. I usually never find a community that votes like me. Seeing my top 3 in the top 5 is so weird. Well, welcome. Maybe you found your place. First time voter from Cyprus here, George79B. Welcome, welcome. And your 12 goes to Norway. Nice one. Up to 7th place there. Next up is Ivanik from Finland. Céline is running away with it, indeed. She definitely is. But a lot can change. Germany getting some much needed points there to catch up to the rest of the pack. Finland with a 10. Finland are doing well. Nice to see. And Turkey with a 12 going up to the top 5 there again. Who are you and where's the real Andy? Well, he's here to provoke as always. I'm just kidding. Anyway, we got Céline Dion. Good stuff. Good stuff. Not bad. 10 points to Sweden and another 12 to Céline. 1988 is really good. I forgot just how good. I didn't even vote for 2 songs in my 11th and 12th. Had to make choices. Yeah, I'm the same. There are more songs than the ones I voted for that I wanted to vote for. But it is what it is. Lord Nibor with an 8-pointer for France there. 10 points to Belgium. And the 12 going to Turkey. Up to 4th place. Alright. Yugoslavia will be top 5, trust. Yugoslavia currently 10. They're quite far off the top 5, but I mean, there are many people left to vote, so, you know. Lucario, default opinion, winner, I'm a normie. You're so much of a normie that you don't even know how to capitalize the I. Anyway, Switzerland with another 12. Yep. Next up, Yorgos Sarnatsidis, new voter. Welcome, Yorgos. Happy to have you with us. Let's see. Can you help your country out a little bit, maybe? No, not even the Greeks like the clown, so makes sense. Norway with a 12 puts them up into 7th place. Next up is Malmöitisk bonde. Okay. Intriguing name. Basically a farmer from Malmö. Yeah. Anyway, we got a 10-pointer for Sweden there, and a 12 to Luxembourg. So Luxembourg kind of making that 2nd place theirs now. Still 60 points behind Switzerland though. We got Verulam guy, first time voting in a Eurovision watch-along, and putting Clown away from last place there. Ireland has dropped back a lot since I last paid attention to them. Iceland with a 10, Netherlands with a 12, the top 2 not getting anything there. Très intéressant, wouldn't you say? As Josk.77 votes next. Finland making 2 places there. We got Luxembourg with 8 points. 10 for Switzerland. Where does the 12 go? To Norway. Norway catching up to Sweden here as well. In that little battle for being best of the Nordics, I suppose. Denmark and Iceland fighting it out to be worst of them. And Jacob from Denmark is the next to vote. We got Finland going top half here with an 8. Never mind. Spain gets the 10 to go back ahead. And the 12 to Sweden. Trying to catch up a bit there to the top 5 battle. And I mean, all the way from 3rd down to 6th is very, very close. So anyone could really get in there. Groot's grandma. Hello. With an 8-pointer for Netherlands there. A 10 for Sweden. And the 12 to Ne parti pas sans moi. Sorry. Anyway, next up is Yuri. Ellen, I think you need to kind of you kind of blocked someone in the chat. You need to undo that. I'm sorry. Anyway, 12 points from Yuri here goes to Denmark. Sorry for not paying attention. Ellen, can you fix that? I don't know how I. Okay, I could do it. Careful with your moderation abilities. Bluen here next to vote. Turkey with a 12 there. Going ahead of the UK into 4th. Yeah, you not only deleted Ellen, you hid the entire user so he couldn't comment more. But I fixed it. Don't worry. Pele, 75, Sweden. Happy birthday, indeed. 10 points to the UK. And the 12 to Switzerland. You may have reason to celebrate on your birthday with your favorite winning our voting. It's looking like it at the moment. We got Thierry, my first Eurovision from France. Let's see what your favorite was from your first Eurovision then. It was not Switzerland. That was your second favorite. And Sweden getting the 12. So Sweden up in the top 5. Don't quit your day job, Groot. You're not the next Céline Dion. Why can't you let a man dream? What did I do to you? Did I ruin your dreams? Anyway, we got Merci à tous. C'était un spectacle extraordinaire. With a 12-pointer for Sweden, who are apparently, suddenly they're up in 3rd place. Okay. Okay, I like this name. Mingup. Mingup is a wonderful name. Kind of cheeky. I like that. And a 12-pointer for Luxembourg. Ellen, could you accidentally delete all of Austria's votes, please? No, it was not Pelle who was blocked. I think it was Pink Axolotl, but you can type again. So no problem. Eurovision fan 97 with a 10-pointer for Norway and a 12 for Luxembourg. What about Groot's dreams? Oh, that's funny. Lisa, Missy Lisa. Is Austria getting some points? We'll see. We'll see. 8 points to Belgium, a 10 for Netherlands, and the 12. No, nothing for Austria. Luxembourg getting the 12 there, and nothing for Switzerland. But it's still a very big gap, of course. 65 points. We got Disco Das Silmät Muistetaan. Nice one. Voting for our bottom 2 there as well, Darren. Helping them out. Can't believe Darren is a clown voter. Such clown behavior. And he didn't even vote for Tommy. You and me, Darren, we're having a talk after this. Netherlands with the 12, though. Nice one. Up in the top 3 it goes again. We got Eirikur Hauksson voting up here. Switched allegiances to Italy for some reason. You didn't do anything, Pink Axolotl. It was Ellen accidentally blocked you, not blocked you, but hid you from my channel. We got a 12 for Tommy. Haha, Darren. Anyway, you did not do anything, Axolotl, and everything's fixed now, so don't worry. We got Nixa, Mona Nixa. There are a lot of a lot of Austria references today. Is Austria getting points? Not this time either. 12 points to Sweden. I'm starting to rack up a lot of big points now. It's definitely left Turkey behind, who it had a ding-dong with before. Groot could sing My Heart Will Go On, but could Céline Dion survive the Clown and Travel Act of ESC 1973? Don't think so. Fair point, Kat. You're in my corner. You got my back. I appreciate that. My vote will go on. 12 points to Switzerland. Of course. Rena Mor... like... They're just... Every voter... First time voter, though. Welcome. Welcome. And another Austria reference. Does anyone count how many we have? Someone should do that. 12 points to Switzerland, though. And still nothing for Austria. Interesting. We got I Will Be Missing Spain this year. What? But there... Oh, you mean... You mean 2026? Like, Eurovision in real life this year is just not a thing for me, so I am just blocked out from that. But of course, Finland with the 12, no votes for the entire top 5. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Stella Mare, next to vote. Denmark have suddenly made up to the top half, after being very far down before, of course. We got a 10 for Luxembourg there, and the 12 for Sweden. Sweden has made quite comfortably up in that top 5 now. 50 points ahead of Turkey in 6th. Norway just above Turkey, and then Israel a bit behind. Spain up in the top 10 as well. Interesting. Muy interesante, huh? Graham 2109 with 10 points for the UK. And another 12 for Sweden. I'm curious how many 12s Sweden have got. Because... I mean, it feels like Luxembourg... Has Luxembourg got like more than 2 12s? I don't think so. And Sweden's just racked up So yeah, it's interesting. Jeffrey here gives 12 points to the UK this time. Nothing for Sweden. I hope someone could save Greece. No, thank you. Cabbage voting next. And these are the first points from Cabbage. We got Denmark up in the 100 points club. Luxembourg with an 8. 10 points to Italy. Nice one. And 12 to Turkey. Still in 6th place. Wait, are imagine MFÖ finishing 6th place both of their songs. Missing out on the best of final in both of their attempts. Ne partez pas sans Marie. Hello, hello. With a 10 for the UK. And the 12 to Luxembourg. Luxembourg kind of on their own in second as well. Not the most exciting battle for the win, but you know, things can change. We got a huge televote coming in. We got Annie voting next here. We got a 10 for Turkey there, and a 12 to Sweden. Another one. Easy this year is not a thing for you. Why? I mean, obvious reasons about a certain country that should not be there, and the EBU just dealing with the whole thing in the worst possible way. And you know, I'm just discouraged. So I'm focusing on Eurovision 1988 and Euronick61, who is a first-time voter. Welcome. Your favorite song of this year is probably going to win our voting as well. Dominic, next to vote. How is Denmark all of a sudden so high? I don't know. It's just, I think it's very close. Like in the voting, if you get in a streak with many good points, then you're all of a sudden up towards the mid top anyway. 12 points to Luxembourg there from Dominic. Still more than 60 points behind Switzerland, though, of course. We got Davy1160 voting next here from the UK. And we got an 8 for Luxembourg. A 10 for Switzerland. And the 12 to Sweden. I feel the same about this year, hence why I'm so happy finding people watching old Eurovision. Yeah, that's what we're all about here. My 12 points is doing so badly at the moment. I mean, Rodmore, you have the weirdest 12s normally, so you can't really be that surprised. Didn't you give 12 points to Casanova from Norway? I mean, suit yourself. Jakob from Kai does a great cover of Stad, ljus. I actually have not listened to that, but Denmark got a 12 from Ellen. I have not listened to that. Sorry, maybe I should someday. We got Samir from Bosnia and Herzegovina next to vote. 8 points to Israel. A 10 for Sweden. And a 12 to Switzerland. How do I reply? Can someone tell me how to reply in live streams? I don't get what you mean, Pink Axolotl. But I can see all of your comments. I don't know what you're trying to do. Ås. Peder Ås i ljus. Happy birthday, Peder Ås, indeed. We got a 10 for Belgium there. And a 12 to Stad, anyway, quiero de las gracias de la Década. This is like a little Spain reference here. I think that group was called La Década. Is it a 12 going to Spain? Made in Spain. Yes. Next up, Elendil. I haven't seen... Has anyone seen Elendil tonight? I don't think I've seen him. But he's voting anyway, which is lovely. We got an 8-pointer for Yugoslavia. We got a 10 for Turkey. And we got a 12 for Israel. Nice one. Israel's still in 8th. I just noticed the gap between the top 8 and the rest. There's 116 points separating Israel from Spain. Oh, it's kind of funny. Keith from the UK next to vote. We got a 10-pointer for Belgium there. Up in the top 10 it goes. And a 12 for the UK. Nice one. Next up, jury number 67. Beba Mona Beba. Another Austria reference. Lovely. Finally, like the two that I think should be at the bottom two are actually in the bottom two now. I'm just surprised Greece is below Austria. And just as I say that, oh, Lisa, Mona Lisa, and we got a Lisa Maria Lisa as well. It just never ends. Just never ends. 10 points to Sweden, and a 12. Is it really that funny? Is it really that funny? We just gave two 12s in a row to Austria. Let me remind you that in season 1, Austria scored a total of 21 points. This was like the lowest scoring entry ever. Anyway, we got 1041 FV here from the Netherlands voting, with a 12 for Norway to overtake Israel. Like, Beba and Maria alone gave Austria more points than it got in the entire voting of season 1. Yeah, the joke votes have arrived. Yeah, I kind of feel the same. LG231183, first time voter. Happy to have you with us. Putting Israel up in 7th place there. Nice one. Next up is Teacup. Teacup voting next. We got Norway back up to 7th there. Belgium now in 9th. The UK up to 3rd. Turkey still in 6th. Very close to the Netherlands though. But the Netherlands did get a 12 there. 22 points between those. Netherlands have been a bit distanced from the UK and Sweden here in that little top 5. We got another Lisa, Mona Lisa now. Is there more 12 points to Austria? We got a 10 for Spain. Oh my god. All of these 12s to Austria has awakened my cough as well. Like, are we actually serious? We're putting Austria above... Yeah, okay. Henny, you're not voting for Austria. I know you're not. There we go, some normal votes. Thank you, Henny. Can always count on you, can't I? Who's next? Dolby73 from Denmark. You voting for Austria? Or not? 8 points to Luxembourg. A 10 for Netherlands. We're getting normal votes again. Switzerland with a 12. A second normal set of votes in a row. Nice one. Yeah, Denmark up in the top half. I haven't actually noticed that, but they are. What's cooler than being cool? I don't know. A freezer? Penguins? Ooh, a penguin in a freezer. Yep, there you go. 12 points to Switzerland, though. We're almost 100-point lead now. Almost 100-point lead. ESC Hans. Maybe that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I'm not sure. Or Hans. I don't know. From Germany. We got a 12 from ESC Hans to Israel. Moving ahead of Norway again. Every time Lisa gets points, the light fades from Groot's eyes. It's getting late. It's almost 11 p.m. now. Oh, I still don't know how to pronounce this. Eusithophile, lover of good beer. From Italy, giving 10 points to Switzerland and the 12 to Luxembourg. I was excited to see my votes come up. Where were they? I didn't know who you were. Sorry, but they came up? Nice one. Sorry. Ne pristez pas à moi from the US... From America! With a 12-pointer for Switzerland. It's looking a bit done and dusted, isn't it? A genuine question. Has anyone given Austria points because they think it's actually a good song? I mean, there are many years when I've done it. In 1988, I'm not sure. The true queen of Canada, it's Céline, isn't it? Yep. 98 points now. Memory of a goldfish. Darren, you're breaking my heart. Just like, you know what's coming. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence lately. 12 points to Switzerland. There we are. I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you please to come home. Oh, we're voting still. Joker of America. Ha 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 ha. Wait, there's only one Lala counter this year? And it was song number 1. Imagine. What are the odds? 12 points to Luxembourg. Still 103 points behind. Groot, if Austria wins, you will have to sing Lisa Mona Lisa for us. I mean, there's really no... It's not happening, so sure, why not? ESC Alan Kotsubal, first time voter, welcome to us. I probably mispronounced your name terribly, but still, welcome. 12 points to Switzerland. How have you been to Barcelona like 5 times this year and you haven't got a tan? Paracelsa is voting next up. We got a 10 for Sweden, and we got a 12 for the Netherlands. Still in the top 5, 40 points ahead. Next up, I Am Robot. Not many jurors left now, of course. We're on jury number 84. And I Am Robot gives 10 points to Israel. Moving ahead of Turkey now, up into 6th. I haven't even noticed that Israel got closer to them. Luxembourg with the 12 and nothing for Switzerland. But still, you know, it's kind of a big gap. Yeah, Greece is definitely doomed to last place now. Yeah, they're far behind. In the jury vote, I think they'll finish last. They need to get some 12s now, if not. Baby Lasagna fan, first time voter, welcome, welcome. 12 points to Switzerland there. Hear that, Joel? He'll promise that he would sing Lisa Mona Lisa if Austria wins. Yeah, but it's not happening. That's the thing. Unless you rig the voting. What are you? Zachary Herbert Wallace? Anyway, we got Mihailo voting next here. We got a 10 for Netherlands. And we got a 12 for Switzerland. 4 Wales flags in tonight's jury. I can't believe you actually counted that, but okay. Interesting. We got TMG. Yeah, dynamite. Anyway, 10 points to Sweden and a 12 to Belgium. Nice one. You know, I think Belgium doing this well is very nice to see because it's such like a strange song in a Eurovision context. There's not a lot of songs in Eurovision that's like it. It's kind of nice that it gets some appreciation. I think it's warranted. Krishna with a 10-pointer for Netherlands and a 12 for Norway. Norway still in 8th place there. I think if you double Belgium's score, you almost get Norway's score. That's how big of a gap we have from the top 8 to the rest. Paulina next, and the 12 from Paulina goes to the Switzerland. Yes, indeed. I'm sure you know Ace of Base song, Cecilia. I mostly only know the big hits from Ace of Base. Actually, I never really listened to them that much growing up. I'm more of a Simon and Garfunkel guy, you know. David Punzalan gives his 12 to Luxembourg. Groot would Ace of Base have won Eurovision? It depends. After they became very famous, maybe. Before, I'm not so sure. I don't think Eurovision is like the market for a band like Ace of Base, especially at the time, like early 90s. Anyway, we've got Avantime here, 12 points to Belgium. Nice one. I really like seeing that, you know. Belgium finished 15th in season 1. See? It's really cool how it's doing well. But I mean, it could still do that here. It's very close from 9th all the way down to the bottom. Are you Dutch? Nope. No. Hey, Sverige. Anyway, we got Craig. Craig, my man. 12 points to Sweden. Du gamla, du fria, du fjällhöga nord. Anyway, Andrut from Poland with some lower points coming in here. We got the UK with an 8. We got a 10 for Sweden. And we got a 12 for Luxembourg. Nothing for Switzerland. Same group about Simon and Garfunkel. My man. Alcazar would have easily won with Crying at the Disco. No, they would have won Eurovision with Crying at the Disco. I mean, to be honest, the early 2000s weren't that great in Eurovision. Maybe. Vamps Advocate with a 12-pointer for Israel. Had nothing for the top 2. Interesting. Root is finished. Are you asking to get banned, Maria? You silly little East Swede. Oh, look, it's Rodmorg. Let's see what favorite he was talking about. If it's Austria, I'm actually banning you now, Rodmorg. I'm sorry. 10 points to Israel. Okay. And that is a very intriguing choice. But sure, why not? Iceland getting the 12. I don't think you should have expected Iceland to do much better, though, Rodmorg. I'm sorry. But it could reach 100 jury points. We have 5 jurors to go. Pontus is the first of them. The UK getting 10. And Sweden getting 12. Have to go now, but thanks for a great watch along, everybody. Keeping my fingers crossed for Sweden to finish in the top 5. Have a good one, Hugo. Fingers crossed, right? Groot is from Kyrgyzstan. Well, I've been to Kyrgyzstan. That's something. Gabriel Rebra, 80, giving 8 points to Luxembourg, a 10 for Israel, and 12 to Switzerland. another one. Oh, don't get me wrong, Punza David. I really like the early 2000s of Eurovision, but I mean, the winners aren't like these wow entries that you think is unbeatable. Like, come on, Estonia 2001. It doesn't really sound like a wow winner that's completely unbeatable. You know? Gucci Galaxy, Celine versus Lara. Who will win today? According to you, Celine, and it's looking likely. It's looking very likely. 2 jurors to go. And we got G. Kinter, first time in the jury, from Greece. Nice to see you. Got Finland making 2 places there. Denmark with 8 points. A 10 for France. And a 12 for Switzerland. Who's from Hong Kong. That would be interesting. I don't look very Hong Kongish. Groot is omnipresent. Alright, and my votes are the final ones. And they look a little something like this. With an 8 for the UK, a 10 for Netherlands, and a 12 for Greece. So, it was Sweden. Right, I forgot. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so these are the jury results then. We have 100 people have now voted, and this is how everything looks at the moment. We got Switzerland in the lead, quite a commanding one. Ahead of Luxembourg in second, Sweden in third, the UK and the Netherlands also up in the top 5. Will any of those miss out on the top 5 and miss out on the best of final? For me personally, that would be an incredible set of songs to get into the best of final, in my opinion. But I like Israel a lot too, so, you know. Yeah, Turkey has definitely fallen behind a little bit, but could still get in there. We have a lot of points to give out from the televote. Norway in 8th, and then a huge gap down to Denmark and Belgium there, rounding out the top 10. With Spain in 11th, just ahead of Yugoslavia. Then France, Finland, Ireland, and Portugal very close to each other. And a complete 5 countries. I don't think... It must have been a while since 5 countries missed out on getting to 100 points in the jury vote. 3 of them are very close though, of course. Italy on 99, Austria on 97, Iceland on 96, and then Germany on 87 in 20th, and Greece dead last at the moment. Will they finish last in total though? We don't know. We don't know. We're gonna know very, very soon because the televote is about to be announced. And now everything can flip on its head here. Let's take them one at a time, starting with Greece. Greece's televote points. How many points for the clown? 83. I think Greece is finishing last with that. I gotta say. I think Greece is finishing last. That's a less of a score than anyone else had in the jury vote. And there are twice as many points in the televote to give out. You see Germany getting 251 televote points. Germany is making moves with that. Germany is definitely overtaking some countries with that score. For sure. 200 points ahead of Greece in total. Iceland next, 197 points. Of course means that they lose out to Germany, but they massively beat Greece. Oh, poor Greece. I mean, if you sing about a clown, then you gotta expect something. Austria next. 133 televote points. Congratulations, Austria. You didn't finish last this time. Most likely going to finish second to last because that's not a good score, but it's still 90 points ahead of Greece. Italy next. Only 165. So Italy is losing out to Iceland and Germany. Like, Germany was expected there with Germany's big score, but losing out to Iceland as well. Alright. Portugal next. Portugal gets 311 points. Where did you all find those? Damn, son, where'd you find this? Anyway, goes far up. 432 points in total. Ireland next. 367. These are big scores. Who's missing out? Like, someone's losing out a lot of points here. Ireland overtaking everyone so far, but probably could overtake more. Finland next. Yeah, Finland losing out massively here. 225 points in the televote. Just beats Germany in total there. But losing out to both Ireland and Portugal. That's a bit unexpected. I think France next then. 429 points for France. That's a lot. That's a great score for France. I think France is going to make some moves here, actually. Could overtake someone. Great score for France there. 429. Yugoslavia next. 401 points for Yugoslavia. Means they lose out to France by only 8 points. Still a decent score for Yugoslavia, but they lose out to France there by 8 points. Spain next up. No Google Translate. I don't need to translate that. Only 355 points to Spain. which means Spain lose out to both France and Yugoslavia there. 531 in total for Spain. No top half finish for them. Belgium next. Ooh, and Belgium only gets 200. They lose 4 places. They drop out 4 places. It is Belgium that loses out the most here. 280 points. They lose out 4 places. Denmark next. 563 points landslide. They're going up in the lead actually momentarily there. Way ahead of the others here. So that's definitely a top 9 finish, I want to say, for Denmark. Norway next. 861. Here the big scores are coming. Nod your head with the big scores coming. Nod your head with the big scores coming. And Turkey next then. 600. Norway pushing down Turkey massively. Either that's a really bad score for Turkey or an insanely good score for Norway. A bit of both maybe. Israel next then. 834. That puts them ahead of Norway. Yes, indeed. But Turkey losing out by big margin there to Norway. Turkey so close to getting that top 6, but they're going to finish 8th, I believe. Okay, top 5 then. Netherlands going to lose out. Oh my god. I did not expect that. 724 points. It's going too quickly now. Netherlands losing out to both Israel and Norway. Okay, the UK then. UK getting top 5, 985 televote points. But Israel's in the top 5. Netherlands losing out massively there. I didn't even realize it, like it went this quickly. Sweden next then. Is Sweden missing out too, or are they safe? Sweden get over 1,000 points, so that's... Okay, they're up in the top 5 as well. That's a top 3 finish for Sweden. I can't believe Netherlands lost out. Wow. Okay, Luxembourg then. Next up. Luxembourg getting how many points? 1,119. Puts them up in 2nd. There is absolutely no way that's going to be enough to beat Switzerland, though. It's not particularly exciting for the win here. Switzerland needs less than 1,000 points. Yeah, 992 points to win this, which they will get. I can confirm that for you. They get 1,643. Look at that. 2,356 points for Switzerland. Congratulations. That's mad. Okay, those are the final results. I got quite surprised there, I gotta say, with the Netherlands. I'm glad Israel's in the top 5. I think that's wonderful, but Netherlands was my second favorite personally, and it missed out. And it also lost out to Norway, which is kind of interesting. Norway getting a huge televote score there to put them up the order, and Turkey losing out massively there, of course. So yeah, these are the final results. We got Switzerland winning by an absolute landslide. Luxembourg in 2nd, Sweden in 3rd. Wow. I'm very happy about that personally. I'm stoked. Wonderful for me to see. The UK in 4th, only 52 points behind Sweden there. And then Israel getting that 5th place. Quite a big gap from the UK down to 5th place there. Norway just missing out by 40 points on a top 5 finish. And then Netherlands a further 25 behind. Turkey finishing in 8th place, Denmark completely on their own in 9th, and then France getting that top 10 finish actually. Only 8 points ahead of Yugoslavia. And then we got Spain down in 12th, not too far away either. Ireland and Belgium in 13th and 14th there, very close to each other. Belgium losing out many places there in the televote points getting announced. Portugal in 15th, then 16th went for Finland, just above Germany in 17th. Iceland getting 18th. Italy losing a few places there, dropping down to 19th in the end. Austria getting 20th. And yeah, Greece just glued to the bottom. Greece did not do well. But yeah, those are the final standings. Let's take a look at the prediction results. We had 119 people predict and 108 people predicted Switzerland. As you can see, 4 people predicted Luxembourg, 3 predicted the UK, 2 predicted Norway, and then 1 each on Denmark and Germany. I don't know who predicted Germany to win, but you were a bit off. They finished where? Like 18th or something? 17th? Anyway, all you 108 people who predicted Switzerland to win, you're not getting shoutouts. Neither are the 98 who predicted Luxembourg in second as well. However, the 7 people who predicted Sweden in third, along with that top 2, Beba, Colin, Grandma, Joe, Jere, Musa Massa, and Johnny VDB, Soldiers of Love Jump the Guns. Well done to all of you. You predicted the top 3 correctly. 3 of you also had the UK in 4th place. Beba, Joe, and Jere. However, only 2 of you had Israel in 5th. Beba and Jere. But only 1 of you had Israel in 6th, or Norway in 6th place, sorry. And that was Beba. Congratulations. I'm surprised Netherlands lost out that much in the end. But that's the way it is. Here are the actual results, though, from the predictions. We take the whole scoreboard. Not that high scores today. Maybe it was a bit unpredictable, the results today. Which is nice, you know. The more unpredictable it is, the more fun the predictions become, I think. So we got some people in the top 10 here. You're not getting shoutouts. If you're in the top 3, you get shoutouts. And in 3rd place, we had AB45, who, lost out quite a bit there on Netherlands, dropping so much. Portugal and Finland a bit off here. Like, this prediction with these scores would not have been up in the top 10 in many of our other predictions. But this year, maybe it was a bit unpredictable. So you did well, AB45. You were the 3rd best out of 119 people. Good job. In 2nd place, we had Beba, who of course had the whole top 6 correct and would have had the top 9 correct if you just swapped Turkey and the Netherlands there. Belgium 3 places off. France, wow. France really ruined your prediction. Oh my. How many places off is that? 7 places off on France. Everything else is very good, but France really screwed you over there, Beba. However, the winner for the predictions this time was David. My man. That's like the first time, isn't it? You were very off on Sweden. I'm a bit offended. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. The amount of times that I've dragged Malta through the mud, I feel bad. But congratulations, Mr. Art Vandelay. You absolute legend. Congratulations. You were off on Sweden. Everything else is very impressive. Good job. Super good job. The predictions medal table. That has to be David's first win. AB45 here, racking up more top finishes. Another bronze medal for AB45. You're doing very well in the predictions. Gotta say. David, first medal, 38 attempts, and you finally got into the top 5. And not only that, but you won. Well done. Beba got another 2nd place today, of course, up in 26th then on the medal table. And Dr. Seger, I don't know if you finished 4th or 5th today, but you add a top 5 finish here. I wasn't paying attention. And Jos K, you add either a 4th or a 5th here. So you go up to 51st here on the table. Yes. And that's that. That's the predictions medal table. Denske is still leading this, but we've got a few people up here. You just need another win to take over the lead on the table here. So yeah. And I think if we go on the total score, Felipe is in the lead. Yep. Felipe, Nix, AJ, Jacob, Andy. I think this is like the constant top 5 in here on the total table. But AB45 doing well here as well. Nice one. Okay, we're going to the full results here then. As you can see, we have 266 people voting for Switzerland. 104 12s. That's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. 33 people blanking Switzerland. Yeah, it was a landslide victory, it has to be said. Luxembourg and Sweden got the same amount of 12s, actually, which is interesting. Luxembourg got points from many more people, though. The UK also got points from many more people than Sweden, but Sweden got plenty of 12s up there. Israel, not that many 12s, but many 10s. A lot of 10s. And yeah, everyone except Greece got a 12. And look at this. The absolute clownery, ironically considering Greece is below it, but 8 12s to Austria, 8 people in this community really thought Lisa Mona Lisa was the best song tonight. And that's all I'm saying. Wonderful. Let's take a look at the 12-point summary. Name and shame. Oh, we're doing it. You just know we're doing it. 104 people for Switzerland. You're not getting shout-outs or anything like that. There are so many of you. 36 of them for Luxembourg here. 36 of them for Sweden here. You can, of course, all look at all of these stats on the website when it's published very, very soon. 23 12s for the UK, and only 3 of them were in the jury vote. That's crazy. Can't wait to see all the Swedish flags in one place in the 12-point summary. Not that many, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not that many. Look at the UK flags on the UK here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's more than 7, if my math is correct. Are we counting Swiss flags on Switzerland? Do we even have any people from Switzerland voting? Barely. I know Paracelsa is from Switzerland, isn't it? But not a single Swiss... Up there we go. The nationalist has been spotted. Sorry. I don't mean you're an actual nationalist. Sorry. I'm going a bit rogue here. Do we have any Luxembourgish people voting for Luxembourg? Yes, Luxarme here. Okay. Anyway, 18 12s for Norway. We got all of those there. We have 16 of them to Netherlands. And as you can see, the same amount in the jury and the televote. Turkey with 12 12s there. Israel with 9. France getting 9, and all of them in the televote. And we've got El Gruti que yo quiero here, made in Sweden. That's very cute. And here we go. We got Beba Mona Beba. Cats 12 go to a masterpiece. Lisa Maria Lisa and Lisa Mona Lisa. Danish from Pakistan here. Guess where my 12 points go? Well, we can see it. Cat Toipa Cat and Lisa Mona Lisa Nomi Sespava. You 8. Alright then. Alright. 7 12s for Belgium, 6 for Denmark, and then 3 each for Spain and Ireland, 2 each for Yugoslavia, Portugal, Iceland, and then 1 each for Italy, Germany, and Finland, and then no 12s for Greece, as previously mentioned. Where was that? We were here. Yes, and now let's take a look at the medal table. We've got Switzerland, Luxembourg, Sweden, UK, and Israel adding to their scores today. Luxembourg then getting another silver. So they're still topping this ahead of Germany. They have the same amount of wins, but Luxembourg adds another silver medal. The UK adds a 4th place, which doesn't change their position. Switzerland goes up to 6th because they have a 2nd win now. I'm trying to think what year... Oh yeah, of course they won in 86. They have 2 wins in 3 years now in our votings. Good job, Switzerland. Finally got going here. The songwriter of that Swiss song is 2 for 2 now, unless he's made more songs that they've sent. I don't know. Anyway, Sweden adding a bronze medal here, still in 10th, and Israel getting a 5th place there, which doesn't change their position either. So yeah, that's that. Iceland, Malta still both on 0. Malta is of course returning soon. We'll see who of Iceland or Malta could get a top 5 finish first. I think that's that, isn't it? Do you want to compare with season 1? We can actually do that. Let's take a quick look. So Switzerland won in season 1 as well. Like, it's very difficult to compare because you see the scores. They're not even half as large as they were back then. But yeah, Sweden have made 3 places this time. Israel lost 2 places this time. So Israel finished 3rd in season 1. Norway made 2 places. Netherlands lost 2 places. Netherlands was top 5 in season 1. Turkey lost 1 place. Denmark made 1 place. France made 9 places. Wait. France finished 19th in season 1. How did it finish 10th tonight? It finished 19th? That's 3rd bottom. Spain finished 18th, I guess, because it made up 6 places here. Yugoslavia lost 2. Ireland the same. Belgium gained 1. Portugal lost 3 places today. Finland lost 5. Italy also lost 5 there. But I really lost those in the televote there. Germany and Iceland losing 1 each, and then Austria overtaking Greece. That was really the only difference there. As you can see, Austria scored 21 points in season 1. It scored 209 more points today. Yeah. Quite interesting, actually, that... Because, you know, obviously there are, like, more than 200 people... Like, there's, like, a 200 people voting difference. And Italy only gained 37 more points this time. Greece only gained 38 points more this time. Switzerland gained 1,300 points more this time. Anyway, it's kind of interesting to compare always. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, I'm naming and shaming now. You were not meant to look at that. There we go. Final results, that's everything for tonight. We're gonna watch Céline Dion's little winning performance coming up next, because she is indeed our latest Watchalong winner. I'm just trying to find it in the show here. There we are. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Hope you've had fun. And I think that's everything. I'm losing out on words to say. This has been fun. This has been great fun. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Join me for the next watch along whenever that happens for 1989. It's gonna be a good one. Now let us all enjoy Ne partez pas sans moi one more time. Good night, everybody.
Vous qui cherchez l'étoile, vous qui vivez sans rêve, vous, héros de l'espace, au cœur plus grand que la terre, vous, donnez-moi ma chance. Oiseaux magiques, vous allez peut-être trouver de nouvelles musiques.